Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that celebrates. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, that's okay. You can have a nice day too. We're doing a special Seems Good Magic Thanksgiving rare draft today. So if you don't know what the rare drafts are, it's kind of cool. We opened a sweet rare anyway, but the rare drafts. So as long as there's a rare in a pack that's past me, I have to take it. And if there's no rare in the pack, I can take whatever card I want. So this is the first time I've done it with this format. I did one with Origins. It did not go so well. Just want to say I'm thankful. I am thankful for the Seems Good Magic community. Thanks for everybody that's a regular watcher, and I appreciate it. And it means a lot to me. And I've been doing it for years now. And I've heard from people all across the world, and it's pretty amazing. So I appreciate it. We're going to keep doing these videos for as long as I can. Kiora it is. Follow-up pick. Well, we have a foil rare and a regular rare. Well, this actually has never happened to me before. I guess I'm just going to say I get the choice if there's multiple rares. We'll take the Shambling Vent over the Encampment, I think. This just fixes for more than one color, so it seems better. But yeah, we got to take one of these. I have a feeling we're going to get past a lot of rares because there's a lot of really expensive, hard-to-play rares in this format. But we'll see how this goes, regardless. Getting some fixing is okay. Oh, no. Well, all right. Getting rares like crazy. Here it is. Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. Oh, my God. This is oh yeah, I forgot to mention too. Not only do I have to take all the rares, I have to play all of the rares. I can't just take it and put it in the sideboard. You have to play all of the rares you were passed. So, Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. Here we go. That's okay. We're gonna get to start making some picks here very soon. I have no doubt. Okay. The rare is gone, so now I get a choice. Catacomb Sifter is pretty strong. I mean, there's a green card to Drew Stalwart. It makes sense with the Kiora, oddly enough. Could just take the Sifter and presume I'm going to be... If there was a fixer, I'd play that. It's also Sheer Drop, which seems like the easiest spell to cast if you're almost assuredly going... See, you can't guarantee all the colors, different colors you're going to be. Just because I'm playing Shambling Vent doesn't mean I have to jump into black and white. But because I'm in blue and green, there's a good chance that I'm going to end up more than two colors. I mean, Sifter just seems like the best card. Let's just go Hog Wild. And it's foily. It's Thanksgiving. I'm just going to take it. Okay. No rare here. Ooh, this might be a good time to take the Sylvan Scrying fixes for us, which seems like a good idea. Otherwise, there's a Territorial Baloth. There's a Carrier Thrall, which is a good idea with the Sifter. Those two work in decks together very well, but I think we just want the Sylvan Scrying. I have a feeling fixing is going to be something our deck desperately wants. So we'll take it. We'll find playables later. Okay. No rare in here. Once again, a choice. Perhaps the Tightening Coils. Seems like something that we're going to need to buy us some time. Otherwise, Transgress the Mind is, I guess, pretty playable. Let's take Tightening Coils. I think a nice blue-green base and then splash cards like Sifter or other colors is probably a good route to go in this format. But yeah, we'll take Tightening Coils here. I like buying time. All right, another rare. Well, this makes our Sifter pick look actually a little bit better because we're going to have to play this Defiant Bloodlord. Which isn't even... Well, it's a 4/5 flyer for the low cost of 7 mana. Yeah, all right. Well, no choice. We're playing the old Kiora Defiant Bloodlord deck. Here we go. Only to cast colorless spells. Why did they make this so narrow? Couldn't it have been spin to cast anything, but you need 7 or more lands? It's so narrow. Okay, have the choice again. Could take Anticipate, which actually isn't a horrible idea. Blighted Cataract is good. We're going to be so many colors. I don't think these kind of utility lands are super viable. There's also Earth and Arms, which is probably fine. I think Anticipate might be just something we really want, though. We're going to have to be finding... We're going to be looking for specific cards, I have a feeling. I mean, we're already Bug, and there's a decent chance we're going to be more than that. So let's take Anticipate. Okay, we have Cloud Manta, Tajuru Beastmaster, and Unnatural Aggression, I guess, too. Probably want the Beastmaster, I guess. Cloud Manta is a good card, and it's evasive. We look like a deck that more likely is going to be needing some better roadblocks. Granted, this costs more mana, but... And even though Cloud Manta evades, it's just... Unless you're really designing a deck to be evasive and beat down, which I don't think we're going to do in our rare draft. I think we're much more likely to be a deck that needs to survive and then win off of that. All right, let's take the Invoker here. Just getting a nice 2-drop. I'm very happy getting basically keeping the curve of our deck relatively low. Assassin's an ally, which works with Beastmaster, but I guess we also have some other incentive to gain life with Defiant Bloodlord, but just playing Bloodlord as a 4/5 flyer is more likely what's going to happen here. Okay, so Devastator, which I guess gives us a little bit of Shrine of the Forsaken Gods incentive. It also is 8 mana. I could take Void Attendant. I might actually want the Void Attendant. I feel like we can find more expensive Eldrazi later. Just getting something relatively cheap and something we can possibly use if we get some cards that exile. Swarm Surge versus Royal Mage's Trick versus Kitesail Scout. I don't think we're going to be beat down enough to take Swarm Surge, so I mean, there's a chance that we could, but well, actually, I think Swarm Surge is just higher on the picking order than Royal Mage's Trick. Like, I think I'm more likely to see near last pick Royal Mage's Tricks, but Swarm Surge has actually got a deck that wants it, and I guess it's early enough where maybe I could make it work, but pretty unlikely. Sure, Grave Birthing is actually pretty playable since it feeds the old Void Attendant. And it cantrips. Okay. Interesting. Interesting start to a deck. Alright, Exert Influence. There it is. Actually a good card. Pretty happily picking that up. There's Tajuru Warcaller in here, which is very good, of course. And a Lifespring Druid, which would be something our deck probably wants. As I wouldn't mind a Hedron Archive either. But yeah, we got to take the Exert Influence, of course. But I'm okay with that. It's a good card. Still could use some more fixing. Shrine of the Forsaken Gods at this point is just bad. I hope we don't... Hope those... No more of these are opened. I mean, these tend to go like last pick. Alright, well, gotta take it. This is the first time I've played Prism Array. Oh man, there's Coastal Discovery in here too. I would have loved that. Also, Tightening Coils. Demon's Grasp probably wheels. Maybe Natural Connection if we need some more fixing. Currently still only rocking 3 colors. Until we open more rares we have to play, I guess. This card's not that good. Alright, more rares. Gotta take the Nissa's Renewal and play it. So I guess it fixes and gains his life. That's not terrible. Stasis Snare's in here too. Well, that'd be a tough card to play in this deck, to be perfectly honest. Alright, Blighted Woodland in here. Territorial Bailouts, sure. Let's take the Renewal. Okay, looks like we finally get a choice here. Probably want Pilgrim's Eye. Could take the Eyeless Watcher. There's also a Ruin Processor and a Tajuru Stalwart. Fixing is currently Sylvan Scrying. Probably want the Pilgrim's Eye. I think Tajuru Stalwart could definitely work in this deck too. 3 mana, 3/4s are very good, but I think we want this Pilgrim's Eye. Make sure that there's still a chance that we are pretty likely playing 4 or 5 color. which is actually okay with the converge cards we have, I suppose. I don't know if I'm high. If I don't know how incentivized I am to straight up play 5-color just based on Prism Array. Scry 3 is pretty good though, but definitely let's just take Pilgrim's Eye here. I think that's perfectly legit. Okay. So I guess we could take Spawning Bed. You know, you could play Spawning Bed as like a 19th land. I actually don't think that's horrible. You know, if you're worried about not having enough, if you're worried about playing colorless lands, Spawning Bed is at least like a spell, you know? So I think there's some justification there. There's really nothing else I want. Seek the Wilds, I guess. Does find lands. I think Spawning Bed is a little bit better since it doesn't take up a slot in the deck, and we're almost assuredly going to have enough playables with a 3 to 4 to 5 color deck. Let's take Spawning Bed. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, here we go. Aligned Hedron Network. Maybe it'll hit something. Well, I mean, currently it only kills one of our guys, is that right? Alright, well, could be worse, I guess. Still not that good. Okay, so now we get the choice. Could take Breaker of Armies. There's Fertile Thicket, Territorial Baloth. Currently only have 6 creatures. We probably need some more creatures, I assume. Fertile Thicket's pretty good for fixing as well, though. I don't think we're likely to make this Swarm Surge work. Not exactly what we're trying to do here. So yeah, Fertile Thicket versus Territorial Baloth. Could take the Breaker. It's a big finisher. We don't have a ton of ramp though. I don't love that. I think we're actually gonna go with Thicket. Okay. Now there's Malice, Mantis, and Infuse. I like Infuse, but we're so low on creatures that I think I'd rather have the Malice. There's also Rush of Ice. And I guess Brilliant Spectrum. Mantis, I mean, decent blocker. And I guess there's Silent Skimmer too. Yeah. Probably Malice is the strongest, I would think. So I think we'll take that. I guess I do have Niss's Renewal, which should let me play more expensive stuff. Ooh, take the Stalwart here pretty happily, actually. It's kind of what we want to do. Kind of on plan. Natural Connection and Devastator and Tightening Coils. So Connection, Ramp, Fixes. Currently we have Scrying, Pilgrim's Eye, Niss's Renewal, and like Fertile Thicket and Shambling Vent. So we have the fixing. I think I actually went Coils. I feel like Natural Connection's good, but we're not necessarily going to need it. All right, Baloth, quite good. Take it. Territorial Baloth into Niss's Renewal. There's a deck. Okay, Boiling Earth. I love Boiling Earth. There is Coral Hum Guide, though. I think we're still... I mean, technically, we're still only 3-color. All right, let's take the guide. We actually have a good amount of early game. We'll take the Seek the Wilds. There's a decent chance we play it, too. Stalker. I don't think we're going to play it, but we'll take it. Just in case we need it. I doubt we're going to need it, though. Everything else seems okay for now. Void Attendant's looking worse, which makes Grave Birthing look worse. All right, well, got to take Painful Truths, but that's actually okay since it's a fairly powerful card. Hope to wheel another Natural Connection or Tightening Coils, I guess. But yeah, we'll take and play Painful Truths, of course. So currently just rocking a bug deck, which is okay. We're very low in terms of creature count, but I guess Exert Influence kind of counts as a creature. Unfortunately, I don't think you can count Kiora as a creature, since it takes a long time to get to that point. It takes, what, 5 turns before you get that sweet, sweet emblem? That makes the Tightening Coils better, though. It's good protection for Kiora. Smothering Abomination. Well, at least it's on color. We'll take it. Not a great card for our deck, as you might have guessed, since we don't have a ton of token producers, but I guess Pilgrim's Eye into Abomination's kind of good. It's also complete disregard in here, which would have been nice, but yeah, we'll take the rare. Okay, looks like we actually get the choice here. So there's a nullifier, which might be just what we want. I like flash creatures, although it is a bit, it's got some color to it. There's Natural Connection, Sound Skimmer. I think we need creature here, though, and I guess nullifier is more exciting than a skimmer. The surprise block capability is pretty good. I don't think there's actually zero chance of us processing it, but that's okay. We'll take it here, I think. I mean, I guess Retreat kind of works with Defiant Bloodlord, but it's not that sweet a synergy. Take the nullifier. A bit color intensive, but we're getting there on our fixing a little bit, I think. We've already got to make some cuts, I guess. Probably the Grave Birthing's unnecessary. Probably the Void Attendant. I did say I wanted to play possibly 19 lands. I know it seems excessive, but maybe we don't. With Anticipate and Seek the Wilds, we're probably okay. I'd rather play Anticipate than Seek the Wilds. So I guess the next cut's probably Seek the Wilds. I still want to keep our early game count fairly high. Okay. There's Sheer Drop, which is removal. There's... And I guess we can play it off Shambling Vent, and we can even play a Plains, maybe. Sludge Crawler. There's Cryptic Cruiser, but it's basically a Hill Giant in here. There's Earthen Arms, but not super necessary either. Could take the Sheer Drop. I think that's a potential splash. A reasonable one. Deals with things. It's something a deck like this probably wants. All right. Oh no. Not the second one. Oh no. That's not what I want to see. All right, well, maybe there's... I think game 2 is going to be important in a lot of matches. Let's just say that. Wow. Okay. Unnatural Aggression. We don't have great bodies for that. Could take the Bone Splinters, but we're already creature light, which makes that seem worse. There's Colostra Healer, but we don't have a ton of allies, which certainly makes that worse. I guess we can take Bone Splinters. I don't really like it that much. These count as creatures too, though, I guess. Okay. Guess it's good as like Pilgrim's Eye and Sifter. It's not that great. But there's like nothing else. There's Retreat, but I don't love that in this deck either. Guess we'll take the Splinters. Ooh, Brood Monitor is a great pickup here. Yeah. Brood Monitor all day. That's just a nice pickup. It's like something our deck really wanted to. All right, I can take a second Fertile Thicket. I can take a Snapping Gnarlid. Gnarlid's, I guess, good with the renewal. It gives us some more early plays. It's also a creature. I think we actually, even though we're, I guess, technically good on playables. Oh my god. Just looking at this double aligned Hedron network is heartbreaking. I guess we can take a second. I mean, Gnarlid's better, but I don't know what I'm cutting at this point. I have to basically, I feel like I have to play most of these spells. I guess I kind of need the Gnarlid. If I don't have enough early game, I'm just going to lose. Okay, Natural Connection will take over the Call to Scions. More fixing. And ramp. Alright, well, ended up with a Fertile Thicket anyway. We'll take that over the Blister Pod. I guess Blister Pod has synergy with Bone Splinters, but I think we want this Thicket. Brilliant Spectrum, technically a playable card, even though I think it's not very good. It does have Converge. What's our card draw currently? I guess we don't have any. We have Anticipate, which isn't really a card draw. Painful Truths is card draw, okay. That's about it, though. I'll still take the Spectrum. I don't think I'm playing any of those other cards. All right, Earthen Arms, sure. I don't think we're playing it, though. Get a couple for the old sideboard. All right, Hedron Blade, sure. All right, well, besides the fact that we ended up with double aligned Hedron Network that I have to main deck, I think the rest of the deck, it's reasonable. We have some actual pretty powerful cards in here. That Brood Monitor that was fairly late, that was a nice pickup. So remember, we have to play all of our rares, which could be an issue. 2 Fertile Thickets actually are pretty helpful. Oh yeah, we have to play the Shrine of the Forsaken Gods too. That's right. There's a good chance we're playing 19 lands, because I kind of want to play Spawning Bed. God, Shrine of the Forsaken Gods does nothing in this deck. Guess it makes our Brood Monitor cheaper, and an Abomination if we have 7 lands, Nullifier. Makes our Hedron Networks only cost 3, I guess, right? Or it still makes it cost 4, but makes it cheaper to exile creatures with 5 power or greater. At least we only have one guy that actually has 5 power or greater. It's kind of cool you can play Hedron Network and then Landfall. And get in with your Baloth. Seems pretty niche and narrow. Probably cutting Bone Splinters. Rather play removal that doesn't require, you know, the help. The extra creatures. Probably going to try for a little more like 5 color. I think we cut the Spectrum. Geez. Gotta play these two. A lot of rares I gotta play. Which is cool in one respect, because we have a lot of rares. But not so cool in that we have to cut other cards to make space for rares like Aligned Hedron Network. I don't feel super comfortable cutting early plays either. I guess I could cut Myers Malice. I like it. I do like it. It just seems difficult. And I already have a ton of 6 drops. All right, I guess we'll cut them out. I think I'd prefer the sheer drop because I'd rather be able to kill something. We don't have a ton of removal besides the Aligned Hedron Networks, of course. Exert Influence is pretty good, though, too. So I think we can play a land of each color, I guess. And probably not get affected too much, but maybe we will be. I mean, we have 2 double black spells, neither of which are exceptionally good in this deck. Can't really cut any more creatures. We have 13 with sheer drop, and that's about it. That's a low creature count for Abomination especially. So cut non-creature cards. We got to get serious here. I have to make 3 cuts. Are you kidding me? Maybe I can't play sheer drop now that I think about it. Do I want to cut like Natural Connection? It's fixing, but I guess I already have Sylvan Scrying. Would I rather play... This also finds Shambling Vent, I guess. And Spawning Bed, maybe? Is Natural Connection just straight up better than Sylvan Scrying? Probably. Even though this finds more... Well, maybe not, though. This brings us from 3 to 5, though, which might be important. Exert Influence on turn 4 could be a big deal. We probably have enough going on early where I don't need Sylvan Scrying. I have Pilgrim's Eye, Natural Connection, double Fertile Thicket for fixing. Remember, I basically can't cut creatures, so if I can't cut creatures, I have to cut spells. And I feel like Tightening Coils is going to be something this deck desperately needs. All right, let's cut Sylvan Scrying, and I think we are actually cutting Sheer Drop too, despite the fact that we don't have much in terms of removal. We're probably going to have to just sideboard into that plan once we Once we see that aligned hedron network doesn't do anything, especially 2 of them. Maybe we do just try and get away with 18 lands, though. Our curve's not that absurd. I don't even know what to cut now. What are non-rare, non-creature cards? There's not much. There's Tightening Coils, Anticipate. I think I cut Anticipate before I cut Natural Connection. That only makes sense to me. Like, ramp fixing seems more important than looking at the top 3 and finding something. I want both, but I don't know what to cut. Like, I can't cut any of these rares. I can't really afford to cut a creature. We're already so low, especially after cutting. We have 12 creatures right now. That's a really low creature count. I can't cut anymore. All right, I think we cut Anticipate. I love the card. I think it's good for the deck, but I just don't have space. I have to run Align Hedron Networks. Okay, let's sort by color. See what we're dealing with here. So mostly green and then almost splash blue, splash black. Got Fertile Thicket, Spawning Bed, Vent, Shrine. So I think we probably want... Do we want one of each? Just for what? Tajur Stalwart, Exert Influence, Prism Array. Might be worth it. We'll see. How many? So this would be 6 green, 3 black. That seems exceptionally low. Maybe I don't need the red. We'll just do the... Well, why am I doing the white then? Just so I could potentially have 4 colors. I guess I have Shambling Vent for that. So I think we just... So this would be 7 green, 3 black, 5 blue. That's not much. I mean, Fertile Thickets can help us, but 3 black is pretty terrible. 5 blue is terrible too. How did we end up with... Maybe I can't play Spawning Bed. I thought I could. I don't think I can play Spawning Bed in here. So let's go 7 green, 6 blue, 3 black is still terrible. Three black is awful with all these black cards. That's so bad. I mean, we have Pilgrim's Eye and Natural Connection, which I guess brings it up to 5 black, which is still exceptionally low. Maybe I don't need as much blue. Let's go, all right. Let's go like this. So this is 7 green, 4 black, 5 blue, but we also have these cards to help us find our other blue and black. Oh my god. This deck. This deck, I tell you. All right. Wait, 40. So let's take out the Spawning Bed and put in one more black, was it? I guess we have 4 black now, 5 blue. We probably want an even split of like blue and black because we need double black and we don't have that much blue. So I think we actually, yeah, we take out, I think we add one more swamp. All right. Took a lot of time making this deck, but it's because I've got a finicky mana base. All right, we do have Shambling Vent, I guess, which technically fixes for white, which could help. But our mana base is a bit ugly. Deck looks okay, considering we're playing double network. All right, let's see how this rolls. I have a feeling we're gonna be doing quite a bit of sideboarding. most matches. All right, we'll see you round one. Happy Thanksgiving.